promise of God. Do you want it? You say, Pastor, I like this, but how do I receive it? Well, you receive it the same way that you receive salvation. You ask God for it and you believe for it, and you too can receive it. You understand water baptism. You understand being born again, baptized in the body. But I hope that you understand the baptism of Jesus. He's the baptizer. The substance is the Holy Spirit. And the purpose is that you would be a mighty witness. Some years ago in Tokyo, there was a single mother came in and had a child. And when she left the hospital, her boyfriend didn't want to be with her anymore. And so she was destined for a pretty impoverished life. And the boy struggled, man. He barely had enough food, often getting sick. And they lived in like a little studio apartment. She worked odd jobs, but she had some bad habits that kept him pretty broke. And guys would come in and boyfriends. And when the boy was just after grade school, barely learned how to read and write, he had to go work. He had to start selling little packs of gum on the side of the road and take that little bit and give it to his mom. And sometimes she'd waste it on bad habits, bad living. When the boy was in like junior high school, he had to drop out again. I mean, it was a hard life for this kid. Started working manual labor jobs. His teenage years, man, just working 10-hour days. When he finally got to his 20s, man, him and his mom had a bad relationship. And that kind of turned south, and eventually she would die. He just lived in this little one-bedroom place, man, just working to the bone, and saved up enough money to go to truck driving school and became a truck driver. And his life got a little bit better. When he was about 40 years old, he did one of those DNA tests. And it turns out that his biological mom was not the mom that raised him. And he looked into it, and he made some calls and found out who else had taken the test. And turns out that his biological mom and dad were some of the richest people in all of Tokyo. That they lived in this mansion. They owned car dealerships. They owned all kinds of real estate. And they had a son that was the same exact age as him. He realized that they'd been switched at the hospital. And he met this young man that was his age, and he arranged it, and he saw the guy's mansion, he saw the guy's yacht, he saw the guy's fancy car, he saw the guy's beautiful wife and happy kids, and he began to ask him about his life, and he said, oh, I've had the greatest life anybody could have. I had tutors, and I had butlers, and any sport I wanted to play, we had front row seats. I've been around the world, I've been to all the oceans, man. We've ate the best food, man. Mom and Dad, they were the best parents. They loved me, they were there for me. He said, well, how was your life? And he goes, I had nothing. You took my life. I should have had what you had. He was so angry. The only thing I got is a truck driver's license and a studio apartment. My mom was cold. My mom was cruel. I never met a father figure. And you had everything. Because some doctor, some nurse, somebody switched us. How would you feel in that moment of realizing you missed a great life? The man would go on to sue the hospital, and he would win. He said, it wasn't right what you did. You and I maybe got to get a little more upset with how complacent our lives are. Because we got a great Father in heaven. But we've been raised by some devils in this world. I'm not talking about your mom and dad. I'm talking about this world that we try to please. This world we try to indulge in. It's too shallow. It's not enough. I don't want to just believe in Jesus and have His Spirit in my heart. I want to be baptized with the Holy Spirit. I want more of the Holy Spirit. I want to invite the worship team to come as we prepare our hearts to close. Let me pray for you this morning. Our Father in heaven,